Hello everyone! I wanted to make this video to help a lot of people coming to Buenos Aires overcome some of the obstacles that they might encounter when using public transportation. So, the first thing that you need to do when you get to Buenos Aires is buy a tarjeta Sube, like this. And tarjeta Sube you can buy in any of the kioscos, and kioscos are kind of like little corner stores. They sell gum, water, candy, and they sell a whole bunch of things like tarjeta Subes, and some of them have charging stations, which are little ATM machines that you can use to recharge the tarjeta Sube. You have to use cash, you put it in the machine, and then you charge up your card. The card comes with a -20 balance, so you can use it right away without charging, and then it'll just go into the negative when you use it. Don't get discouraged if you go to 2 or 3 different kioscos and they don't have them. Just keep trying. One of them will have these cards in stock. You can charge these in person at the SUBTE train stations, and you can use cash at those places. So the first section will be about the SUBTE train. The SUBTE train is pretty straightforward. You can see a map online, and I'll put a link in the description below. When you use the train, it goes in 2 different directions. There are several different lines, and some peculiar thing with the trains is that not all of the stations allow you to switch the direction that you're going in without charging you again. So if you get into the train station, you pay, and then you realize that the direction that you paid to get into is not where you needed to be. You needed to be in the other direction. Some of the stations might make you leave and then pay to get back in to go to the direction that you needed to be. So just make sure before you get in to the train station that you pay attention to the signs and you make sure that you're going in the direction that you need to be going in. Or you might have to pay twice. When the city is congested, or there's a lot of traffic, or there are a lot of protests, the SUBTE train is the best way to go because it'll get you from one point of the city to the other point of the city in about 40 minutes, and it's the quickest way. It'll cut through all the traffic. It's faster than Uber, taxi, the city buses, and that's about it for the SUBTE trains. So the SUBTE trains are pretty easy to use. The city buses are kind of like the black belt of public transportation, so you got to get to that level. Feel comfortable with yourself getting lost in the city before you try to use the city buses. And I say this because there are a number of difficulties that you can run into when using the city bus. First thing is they're really great. They run 24 hours. In the daytime, the buses run about every 10 minutes. Some peculiar things happen where there might not be a bus that comes for 20 minutes and then 4 of the same bus come all in the same group, and some of them might not stop. So if you are looking for different routes, they might just keep going because they see that the other buses stop. So you can't get frustrated when you're using city buses. You have to just go with the flow and not worry about too much. You'll be okay. When you take a bus line, for example, the 39 bus, there are many different routes. So maybe 3 or 4 routes on the 39 bus. And these routes are indicated by numbers or directions that are on the top part of the bus, and you'll see it when a bus comes. So you might get excited to see your bus finally arrived, but then you have to pay attention to the number, because the number 239 might not take you to where the number 339 might take you. It might take you to a similar place, so you might get lucky, but if it's more towards the outskirts, then it's probably going to take you to a completely different place. So you just have to be aware of those things. Another peculiar thing that can happen is that they can change the bus route temporarily, or they can, for example, if you're waiting for a long time and there's some people around you waiting and really shouldn't be waiting that long, or you feel like something is not right, then it could be that the bus routed around to where standing, and it routed to several stops ahead of where you are because there's construction or a protest or something is broken or crash. And so you just have to be aware of where the routes take you. Another thing is that not all of the signs will be up, so you can go to a bus stop where it tells you on the map to wait for the bus, but the sign won't be there and you'll just be looking around waiting. In those cases you might have to ask someone. It might be the best thing to do. Where is the bus stop for this number? Or just pay attention, because if it happens often, sometimes businesses will put makeshift signs of the bus numbers outside of their windows, or they'll use stickers, official city stickers, and they'll just paste it onto the wall of a building, and then that's how you know that that's where that bus is. So at nighttime, the buses run all night, and they run about every 40 minutes or 60 minutes, and they take you everywhere you need to go. It's fun. You get to see new things, and there are some really nice things that happen, which are people wait in line here, and they really respect who arrived at the bus stop first. So it's a first come first served bus stop, and everyone lines up, and it's really orderly. And when you enter the bus, you have to tell the bus driver where you're going. So you take your little Sube card, you put it in the machine, it goes beep, and you have to tell the bus driver the general area that you're going in, the road that you're going to, just some indication of how far it is, because the price is based on what you tell the bus driver, the distance that you're going. So it might be less if it's shorter distance, and it's going to be more if it's a longer distance. And that's all the tips that I have for today. If you would like to know some more information, go ahead and leave comments below, and I'll put all this information in the description so that you can feel more comfortable using the city buses in Buenos Aires. And I recommend it because you learn so much about the city, and it's a really good way to learn about everything. So I hope that this helped you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!